Hey everybody, so welcome back to the Philly Sports Podcast, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts on how how impactful Doc Rivers is with the Philadelphia 76ers this season. So before we get into the content, make sure you hit the like button on this video, help me rank up on YouTube, and I really would be very grateful if you guys would, smash that like button, also hit the subscribe button with the notifications on so you'll be instantly notified with when I upload a new video. Also I will plug my, podcast playlist in the description down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at Philly Podcast YT and Instagram at Philly Sports 97, both also in the description down below. So with that being said, let's hop right into it. So you know, I think Doc Rivers has been very impactful in the way that the Philadelphia 76ers have been playing this season. With a couple, questionable decisions here and there along the way. But in overall terms, he led them to clinch the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. Luckily, I mean, at times, during in some parts of the season, we didn't have our starting five, which that kind of hurt us in some games, but we finished with 49 wins for the season, so that gave us, home court advantage. Also, it clinched us the number one seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. So I even at the beginning of the season, I was really hopeful with since when hiring Doc Rivers to help lead this team, to hopefully another playoff run. And the fact that he did exactly just that in the switches that hasn't been done in the last 20 years. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I really think we can win a championship. The fact I think we can do it. I have full faith in this team. So I mean, yeah, I mean, with the starting five that we have, I mean, we have a good winning record with the starting five at time. When we don't have either Simmons or Embiid, that's when the winning percentage starts to dip. But yeah, even before the season, I was very doubtful of Danny Green when he had that slow start until with Doc Rivers and the coaching staff, kind of felt like they kind of talked to him behind closed doors. It kind of looked like it set off a like a switch in his head, to get red hot, from the corner threes, that he actually leads the league in, which is a very surprising to say the least. Seth Curry, still doing his thing. He's nothing but a bucket machine. This, and I think I mentioned in my last video that I did with this, or when I did a podcast with my buddy Mitch. This could be making or break it for Ben Simmons. If this is going to be his last season as a Sixer. So we kind of talked about that in the podcast. So like I said, I'll leave that link to the playlist down below. Go check that out when you can. But yeah, to see my Sixers, or technically our Sixers, clinch the number one seed for the first time in 20 years. It's really exciting. The thing about it is I remember when the Sixers, during the 2000-2001 season when they clinched the number one seed, went all the way to the NBA Finals, wind up losing to the Lakers 4-1, but the most iconic moment, Allen Iverson, Allen AI, stepping over Ty Lue, the good old childhood memories, but the fact that they have done that, and I'll talk about the bench in just a second, but the starting, the fact that we brought in, Doc Rivers and he can make his coaching staff, bringing in Daryl Morey to help fix the mess that Brett Brown has made in the last 7 years, that Brown's been here. Ed really has shown, it's night and day with this team. Take a look at last year. We got swept by Boston. 4-0. We got swept by Boston in the first round. The year before, we lost to the Raptors on a lucky bounce by Kawhi Leonard. But I don't think we're going to be, have that kind of heartbreak anymore. In my eyes, the way that I've seen the Sixers play. But now I want to get onto the bench. because I know a lot of Sixers content creators has kind of talked about this. Who's going to be on the bench. Um, and my prediction, anyways, I would like to see Tyrese Maxey on the bench, and the way that he's been playing. He may be a rookie, but let the like I please let him play. Maybe keep Furkan Korkmaz just for spacing purposes. Keep Matisse Thybulle on the bench for absolutely for defensive purposes. But and the two veterans I would like to see on the bench is George Hill and Dwight Howard, because both those guys have postseason experience. Not to mention the fact Dwight Howard has a championship ring, so he's actually kind of helping. You know, basically, ever since we brought him in the all season, he made this team a lot better, especially coming off the bench. For a guy who's about 35, 36 years old, it feels like he's still got a spry in his step for a guy his age, which is insane. But let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about did Doc Rivers do his job? Provide a great impact to help clinch this number one seed as in his first year as a Sixers head coach, and let me know what you think, or let me know in the comments. Who do you think who's going to be on the bench for the Sixers? During the playoffs. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts and thoughts and opinions. But other than that, this is Robert from the Philly Sports Podcast. I'll see you guys in the next video.